So now I'm ready to make it better. And the first thing is some of the drawing is just not that good on the clouds. So I'm wondering if I should try to make that look like this comes up a little more. I don't know if it really matters, but what if it did? And this is bigger in here and it comes up like that. And you know, I made this quite wrong. So what do I think? Do I want to bring... Yeah, it's too tall. So I'm going to bring it down. It's just a little too tall here at the front. I was probably, I don't know what I was thinking. You never know. And I think I'm going to run this right off the top too. So I'm redrawing with just a piece of vine charcoal. And this is painted on Pastel Premeir. It's 9x12. And it is the burnt sienna color. Okay, so I want to see if I can make the clouds even brighter. And a lot of my students painted this demonstration, which, you know, they don't have to, but they chose to. And oh man, I love the way they made it so bright. So that inspired me to try to make mine brighter too. This right here, I've been just working with Rembrandts, but that is a Winsor Newton. It's one of the old ones. The new ones are just not very good. I'm sorry to say. They were really great, and then what happened was Winsor Newton quit making them for a while, and then they came back, and they were just terrible. So if you can buy some on eBay or at a garage sale or something that are the old ones, then it might be worth it, but it's not worth buying the new ones. So I'm just trying to make it better. I'm trying to... Yeah, I definitely find that when I first come back to a painting, oftentimes I do not make it better. And I have not worked on this. I started this quite a long time ago, before the holidays, and I haven't gotten back to it. So, of course, I'm a little, I don't even remember what I was thinking about, so. Yeah, it's not good to wait forever to come back to something because, you know, I've kind of moved on. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I do paint a lot, and so I feel like I've changed since I started this. So we'll just see how it goes. And I'm fairly reckless. And then what that means is I use up the tooth in my paper really fast. It was very, very cold outside today, and I really hope I sprayed this before, but I'm not positive if I did or not. But that spraying things on really cold days, it doesn't work that well. You want to be sure at least that your fixative is kind of warm, and it's probably not very warm because my studio is really cold. I don't know, maybe it would have been better to come back and start with the sky color. I'm not sure. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do the sky color. I did grab a few other pastels, a few of these Winsor Newtons. But I don't think that's what I want. I don't know if this is what I want either, but... So the sky, I mean, not to make a rule, but generally speaking, the sky is lighter on the horizon and also a warmer color. So I started with, actually, it was a pretty light green that I started with. And I wish maybe I'd done that first and then put the green on top of that. And I'm trying to work on the edges of my clouds at the same time. Oh, try that. Trying to create some depth in my clouds. And I am using quite a variety of pressure. When I had the bright yellows and pinks and oranges, I really was pressing hard with those. And now I'm using much more delicate. I don't know why I thought that pink would be a good idea back there. Okie dokie. All right, so actually I'm going to come, I don't want to spend too long in one spot, but I do want to get a little shadow under these guys. Maybe I'll use even a really super light pink now on the clouds, maybe. See if I can brighten them up some more. Yeah, look at that. It's getting kind of overfilled with pastel. I just didn't want all the clouds to be exactly the same. And then oh, here you are. Okay, good. Nope, not light. Not quite light enough, that one. All right, snow. The snow. Well, in a minute. Just one more thing. This darker front and edge of that cloud. Try to make that come forward a little more. If you were really painting this outside, of course, you'd want to finish the clouds first, but probably I shouldn't be working on them so long since I'm just indoors. So I never really quite decided if I wanted to put that tree in there or not. Okay, so I'm going to work on, I think I'm going to work on the trees in the distance next. right, that was not what I thought it was. Thought that was going to be a really dark green, but it was not. Things are kind of a mess here. But it's back to that thing that I'm using one box of pastels to, yeah, that is a gray. That is not even a blue. One box of pastels for my classes that I teach, and one box of pastels for in my studio, and it's, I just find it kind of hard to use two different boxes of pastels. That's still not really the dark blue I want. I guess this is, I just got to break another piece off this one. Oh my God, it's so hard. Okay, I guess I can't do that. Just trying to make a little shape of trees back here and failing miserably. I hate that. Yeah, I've got the heat on, but I'm already so cold here. Yeah, some people did these great things and they put in those little white trees and all, which I feel like I never even saw the little white trees there. So I just thought I'd see if I could do it too. I find something really hard is that, like, the little white trees are lighter against the dark background, but then when they go up in the sky, they look darker than the background. And just trying to do that, I just find so hard. It's like, wow, does it just mean you don't, does it mean that you don't have the two, like your sky's too dark, maybe? Is that what it means? So that the trees would look darker against the sky? Or is it that you have to actually use a different color? Like when you get up here, do you have to actually use a different color? So I just don't know the answer. All right, snow. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this first. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but this one I'm going to try. I'm going to try putting in some, I'm not sure I really want to put in that tree. I just know it's going to be bad. But I know that's not a good enough reason not to do it, but, oh, all right, I'll do it. But I'm going to do it with my charcoal. Okay, so I'm going to put the tree in. And I'm going to try to add, like what you want to get is the gesture of the tree. And I'm going to try, like I would if it was a figure or something, I'm going to try to just exaggerate the gesture a little bit. It's just a little leany. And I just don't want it to just be sort of sticking straight up. I mean, that's a little too much, so. And I'm drawing it in charcoal because I can get rid of that then if I don't like it. So it's something like that. And then the other thing I wanted to do before I work on the snow, I want to put in the grasses. So I'm going to try to think about that too. This is also Winsor Newton. Oh, I tell you what, it makes me so sad every time I think about this because they were just really, really good pastels and now they're really not. I know, and you're like, well, what is different, Jeneane? It's like the colors aren't as rich. They're not as creamy. They've got more binder. They totally cheapen them is what happened. And I'm going to try, even though I just failed right there miserably, I'm going to try not to let all my tree branches be the same length here. And I'm going to tell myself this is a little apple tree, because you find them all the time out in the fields growing wild. And I'm just kind of thinking about the shape it would have if it was a little apple tree. Okay, so now I said I was going to do some weeds. Well, that's not going to be a weed color. Let's try something else, something reasonable. Nope, that's not reasonable either. Okay, so, all right, so I was trying to make a little more of a difference between the snow back here and the snow right here. So I totally sprayed the hell out of this corner, like probably way too much, probably really wrecked the tooth. I just made it so different because I don't know, I just didn't, it was really cold. It's better just to wait. Don't spray on a super cold day, just start something new. It's just I'm worried I'm not going to get back to this, and I wanted to finish it for my demonstration. All right, so I'm kind of regretting that I put the, I thought it might be a plan to put the weeds in, but they're kind of just mushing, getting into my blue color. So that was just a thing I was trying, so it didn't really work. So better to do the snow and then come back and do the weeds. I don't know why I thought it would work, but it just didn't really. So I really want to make sure this is in front of that back row of trees back there. And let's see, can I make these weeds better? Maybe a little better. And maybe I want to use some blue in my tree too. And I'm not really trying to go over the branches I already had. I'm actually kind of trying to add more branches. Sometimes I'm going over them, but and I don't really like that one right there that I did, so see if I can just get rid of that. Oh boy, that's bad. I'm having a bad day, and that happens. No, I hate that. I didn't like that my tree ran right into my big tree, that the trees in the background stopped right behind the big tree. So I just thought I'd bring them all the way across there, but no, I did not like that at all. So I got rid of that. And then anytime, you know, you want to work last on what's in front so that it literally is in front. God, this is really awkward. This piece is kind of too little, but it's such the right color. Okay. I feel like I need some purple. Something, I need something, and that's snow. We were talking about too, people were like, oh, do you think that we need to put some reflections from the sky in the snow? And like the light part of the clouds and all? And I said no. But I just did put some pink in here. So I think I'm going to do is like that's going to stay a little lighter, and then this is going to get darker right here. And that's not the shape of that. All right, so I'm just going to work right here. And also try to remember to have your strokes go the direction of the plane, because that really helps to show that what's going on. These guys, too bright down there. Still too bright. Let's try this. Try the dark color again to get rid of some of that. I just don't feel like they actually go down behind. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just do them a little more. Bring them down a little bit more, and then I'm gonna come back across the top of them. With the blues. I did not mean to make that lighter, but now that I did it, I kind of like it. I thought I'd picked up the same blue. Probably found right there is an example of finding a color you like a lot and using it too much. That's probably the exact same example of doing the same thing. No, I need something dark again. Nope, that's not dark. Geez. What is dark? All right, this. All right, well, oh, geez, everything I do, I'm like, oh my God, what have you done now? I just want these guys to look like they come out of the snow. Oh, thank you that I did not lose that. All right, I always felt like this was just going to be kind of a, you know, not a really serious super finished painting or anything. So I think I'm just going to be done with it. Except I got to do something about that big black charcoal line right there. And then I sort of wish there was more dark blue back in here. Nope, that's light blue. Oh, it's really hard to tell what anything is here. I don't know what I think about that. That was bad. What I just did was bad because I used the same color in my foreground cloud as I was using in my background cloud. And I think I'm going to have to do a little more tree. All right, that's it for me.